Oh my god, mine is broken. Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSU81 and today I'm very excited to be doing a review for this, the SH Figuarts full power Frieza. So we did get a full powered Goku, so it's just a matter of time before we get this steroid Frieza. Yes, I've been calling this steroid Frieza among my friends because he's so huge, that's what she said. And the box design is not something that we are unfamiliar with, guys. They always been using this design for all the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. So for those of you who has been collecting it, you'll get very familiar. But I do think that this is a very fresh one because they actually use pink for Frieza. Inside of the box we can see more of the cool poses from Frieza. However, from this other side it just say full power Frieza. And at the bottom we do have another pictures of Frieza. Same goes for the top. The back is where we can see all the cool poses for this Frieza. Wow, this is really odd looking. I mean, they just make him big on the upper body and the lower body is still kind of skinny. But this one here does looks very cool. So let's get him out. And here is the full power Frieza right out of the box, and oh my god, he does looks very jacked out. Of course, I have not put back the tail. Wow, look at all the blood veins here. Wow, so many of them. You can see some on the arms, some on the thighs. Yeah, it's all over. And something is back, which is the shadings. Yeah, so this Frieza surprisingly does have some blue shadings, as you can see amongst the white. Even at the arms there are some shadings, on the head as well. You can see that even on the neck there are shadings as well. At the back you can see there's a shading here, very minimal, but at least you can still see some very good shadings for this figure that makes it looks beautiful. And also all this purplish gloop is very shiny. This is so good looking here. Wow, I think this is a new mold because there hasn't been any muscular Frieza or someone at this height. He's short. Yeah, so this is definitely something new. I'm quite happy about it. It just looks beautiful with all the shadings. Yeah, and all the muscle definition, you can see this is nice. At the box just now I mentioned that he just looks weird with the upper body being very bulked up, but while the legs is still skinny. While having it on my hands, I think it's alright. If the height is a little bit bigger, then it will be more proportions. Yeah, but it just looks pretty good here. And at the back as well, you can see very good muscle design here. Wow, this is just nice. And we shall take a look at his face. Even his face is looking a bit distorted because of all the, you know, all the power that went through his body. Yeah, it just looks pretty weird in a way. And here I put back his tail. You can see that it's actually being chopped off already. So it just looks pretty weird with the tail. Yeah, half tail. Actually, I do prefer him without the tail now that his tail is incomplete. Next, we'll move on to the articulation. I'll start with the head, so you can look to the right, looks to the left easily, no problem. Looking up, yes, actually it's pretty good, and the neck actually move along, and you can see there are huge gap after he look up all the way. And looking down is even better here. Okay, for his arm, 360 degrees. I believe there should be no issues. Yes, and he does have a butterfly joint that he actually went through quite to the front. Yeah, which is pretty good. And going to the sideways, I'm very careful not to scratch off this beautiful purple gloop. Slightly less than 90 degrees there. Arm swivels, there's a cut. Yeah, very obvious. And for his elbow, there's a double joint elbow. Yep, because of his muscle, he can't go all the way. Okay, for his hand, of course, you can turn it around, going up and down. For his torso, there are 2 points of articulations. Yep, so from here you can actually see he actually move quite smoothly here. And his waist as well. This time around, there's a huge gap because of how it actually broken up. Okay, this looks kind of weird there. And for his leg, there is no pull down mechanism, but you can see you can actually do some swivels there. And let's see how well you can kick forwards. Yeah, pretty good. Slightly more than 90 degrees. Kicking backwards, I believe, should be equally, oh, not that. It's less than, it's about 50 degrees here. Okay, for his legs, I believe there is a double joint knee. Yep, okay, pretty good. Okay, for his foot, you can actually turn it around, going up and down. It's actually on a ball joint. And of course, he doesn't come with any toe hinges. And let's see how well he can do a split. Yeah, okay, a perfect split there. That's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. And bending forwards, let's take a look. Wow, okay, despite his muscular body, he can still do quite a good bend forward, but be very careful though, because of this purple piece. You can see that there's a gap there. Don't push it all the way, else you might broke this thing here. Okay, and bending backwards is also pretty good. Okay, for his tail, there is only one articulation right over here, which is you can turn it around, and then of course you can do some bending upwards, downwards. Yeah, no issues there. Yep. And next we'll move on to the accessory, which is what we have a lot to talk about. Let's start with his hand. So this comes with a pair of closed fist hand that's already on the figure, a pair of karate chops hands, a pair of grabbing hands, pair of open palms hands, another pair of open palms hand, but this time around you have a hole on it for the effects parts. And beside these flat feet, he just comes with a pair of something like a grabbing feet, you know, grabbing on the stone or whatsoever. And here is the two effects part that he comes with. Very cool and solid, as you can hear it. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Wow. And double the fun! And beside this smirking head sculpt, he just comes with one very angry grinning teeth head sculpt. And this is another angry grinning teeth head sculpt, or you can actually use it for something like when he's surprised. What? It is! And this is another open mouth angry head sculpt, whereby I think mine does have a defect on the left eye. Seems like it's not being painted properly. Oh my goodness. And this is a bonus faceplate for Goku being punched on the face. So as you can see, this Frieza just comes with quite a lot of accessories. And next, let's try out some of the accessory onto him. So let's start with the hands as always. So let's see how easy it is to pop out his hands. We'll start with this hand, which have a hole, because I would like to try on the effects parts. So let's put it in. Yep, pretty simple to put it in. And let's try with this very nice one. It's just a pack, so be very careful not to break it. Wow, again, it's very easy. So this is how he looks like. As you can see, when the light shines through it, you can see there's a like a shadows of pink color. This is really cool, and it looks even better with both of it. Wow, this is nice. When I tried to take it out, it seems that the pack actually stuck into the hand. So I thought, oh my god, mine is broken. But upon closer inspection, you can actually put it back. Yeah, so I don't think it's broken. It's just that they make it that the pack is actually removable. Yeah, you can see that it's quite clean cut. I don't think it's broken. You can just put it back in, and voila, it's back into it again. And next, I will interchange his head, so you just need to pull it out and pop in the angry grinning teeth. Yeah, it's looking pretty good with this one as well. And this is one of my favorite. It looks like he's like shocking, he's surprised to see something. And lastly is this head, which I say the eye seems to be painted wrongly, but actually at some angle it just looks okay. I think from the top to the bottom, this is how his eyes will looks normal. Actually, compared with this picture, it also seems almost like mine, so I'm not sure whether this is a defect or not. This is how it looks like for the Goku face being punched. Yeah, this is very neat. Wow. Do click on the likes button if you enjoy the review. And for the size comparison, I'd like to start off with some SH Figuarts. I do have this Goku right over here, which looks very shocking because of how jacked he is. And also this shocking Vegeta. And next we'll compare with this second form Frieza. Oh my goodness, he's so tall and he's out of frame. As well as this final form Frieza, which is before he turned into this very muscular steroid Frieza. And next I'll compare him with his first form look, which is this first form Frieza, and also this Mecha Frieza. And lastly, of course, I will compare with other villains like this Perfect Cell, as well as this Metal Cooler. Okay, so for my final wording, I would think that this Frieza is a very interesting release. It goes very well with the full power Goku. And this is also a new mold from the SH Figuarts for this final form Frieza. So if you're a big fan of the Frieza saga, I think this final form Frieza is something that you should not miss. And he is not just another Frieza because of his appearance has changed totally. So yes, I do recommend this full power Frieza to be added into your Dragon Ball collections. And I do hope that you enjoy my review, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video. Do watch this video right over here.